Hell yeah. So I just got my first job from a complete stranger off of Google. I paid for marketing. That was 2 days ago. I just landed my first job, 4-hour job, quoted at $395. Also the minivan, putting in work, 10 feet of wood to repair the guy's fence. I'll show the video of that. Anyways, this is huge. I can't believe that. I tried to start a welding business before, and I was a welder by trade. I mean, I'm a pretty good welder, fabricator, but I'm not a good businessman, and apparently I wasn't good enough at sales to generate any revenue. So this time around, I don't have any welding equipment right now, so I can't do that for work. But I have hand tools, and I can fix all sorts of things. So I paid for marketing out of my pocket. I don't have a lot of money right now, but I had enough, and now I'm gonna go make $80 an hour as a handyman. That's about my average after the markup on material. $60 an hour hourly rate. Hopefully it takes 4 hours or less. But yeah, he just emailed me back the quote I sent him, agreeing to it, said it looks great. I was kind of nervous. I feel like I charged a lot, but I don't pay for services. I do all the work myself. I don't know what people are comfortable paying. But anyways, yeah, it worked out great, and I'm super excited. So, hell yeah, things are looking up. Not only are we gonna be self-sufficient, I'm gonna be self-employed. And we're not gonna take shit from anybody. We're gonna make our own way, living the American dream. Well, it's 9:30 in the morning, and it's 21 degrees outside. A tree fell on his fence, and he wants me to cut the tree down and repair the fence. Just pay me $500 to do it for 4 hours of work. That's what I quoted. $60 an hour, $40 show up time, 50% markup on materials. Came out pretty good, and he said that was a fair price for around here. So this is part of the 60 acres and a dream. This is the dream part where I'm self-employed. I mean, I'm gonna make $500 today. I know I got taxes and all that. I'm gonna make $500 a day, but I got out of bed at 8 o'clock. The job starts at 10, and I plan on being done by 2. If I could do these a couple times a week, that's the dream. That leaves time for the farm. That leaves time for my life to do what I want to do, instead of being gone 12 to 14 hours a day, commuting, working 10s. So, yeah, I'm stoked. I mean, if you're a homesteader, if you're planning on moving and you want to try to be a farmer or whatever, if you're handy, or basically if you have any skills, you should market them. I just put this on Google, and I got 3 phone calls yesterday. 2 of them were leads I went and quoted, and I got the job. So that's just from Google. So tree fell here. I believe I'm gonna reuse that faceboard. I gotta cut the tree with the chainsaw, throw it back over the fence so there's no disposal fee. You can see how these are sagging. The nails just came out, so I'll screw those back into the post. And it actually looks like they need another face post here, but I don't even think they want that really. And then I'll just try to make chicken soup out of chicken shit with this wire fence. See, the wire fence broke right there. Maybe some staples will take care of it. All right, so as you can see, that tree I cut back. We use the existing fence board so it matches everything, and it's saved on materials form, but got that cleaned up there. What else did I do? I replaced this fence board. That upper fence board is new because the other one was broken and missing. And then over here, I just put some new T-post clips on that, and re-stapled the fence to the fence posts. But now their backyard's all secure. Everything looks good. Easy job. Quoted them 4 hours. Took 2. Well, on my way to my second handyman job for the business ever from a complete stranger that called me from Google. Inside of his garage, he has a water leak coming from the exterior where the utilities enter from the like service panel for his power meter entering his house. There's a water leak that goes through CMU block, and then it's got it's framed out and it's got sheetrock inside the house. And we're assuming it's coming from the utility entrance. So that's what I quoted him for. That's the work I'm gonna do. So I gotta cut out the sheetrock. I'm gonna silicone around the pipe where all the electrical is that comes through the CMU. I'll do the same thing on the outside. I'll silicone around the pipe and the siding to try to keep it from entering the house, and just patch up the sheetrock. Hopefully that's where it comes from. If not, I guess we'll just work up another quote and I'll figure out where it's coming from then. But I said that was a 7-hour job. I'm not that confident in my sheetrocking abilities. It could be a 10-hour job, but the last job I did was a 4-hour job. It only took me 1 hour. So this is all gonna average out. I might win some and I might lose some, but it's just how it goes, I think, in this industry, especially starting out so soon. I don't know anything about quoting, so I'm just learning. The good news is I thought my prices were too high at first, but I keep pulling up to these people's houses and I Zillow them. They're like $400,000 or $500,000 homes, which for all my friends in California, that ain't much. Out here, it's like Ruby Hills shit. So yeah, that's just kind of what's going on. I'll show you some more video of what I'm doing today. I had some friends reach out and say I should do a YouTube video on how to start my business or a handyman business. I think that's a great idea. I'll probably do that. I don't want my channel to focus on my business or what I'm doing, but I do want it to focus on how to be independent and successful in your area and able to escape the rat race and do what you want when you want. I mean, our bills and mortgage are so cheap. I don't have to make that much money from my business. If I work 3 days a month, I cover my bills and I have food. So think about that. 3 days. What's that? Fucking 24 hours of work. So, the customer said that there was water down here, which there is, and we weren't sure exactly where it was coming from. You can see there's a little deformation, I guess, from the water. So I cut open the wall, and their waste is going out to their septic right here, and you can tell that clearly there's a wet spot all right here. So I'm getting paid to patch the drywall again. We're just gonna spray expanding foam in here. I'm gonna cut this out because while I was gone at Lowe's, he decided to fucking chip away at this. Now there's a huge crack in the CMU block that goes back behind the stud. So I'm gonna try to get behind it from there. All right, so sprayed in all the foam. It went pretty far back there, so everything should be sealed up. This is what he wanted to do. I was gonna do silicone. I know it's a bigger void than we thought, but this shit says it's water resistant. Should be better than a giant hole in the wall. Time to tape up this and start patching some drywall. Well, that job's done. $550 for 2 hours worth of work. I don't even have to finish sanding the mud I put over the sheetrock repair or paint it. The guy said that he would do it, and he just handed me some cash. And anyways, so that was a short job. Again, I was actually dreading doing it because I didn't know what I'd find behind the sheetrock. I kind of screwed myself. Also, I cut into their PVC waste that runs to their septic. It wasn't a deep cut, but I ran to the store and I got some plumber's putty. Not the shit that goes in a sink, but I don't know. It's in a little tube and it repairs stuff. It's like kind of like epoxy. So I fixed that. I told the guy about it. I was honest, straight up. He goes, no worries. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Life is actually great right now. The last 2 days, being self-employed is cool. These aren't like under the table jobs. I'm advertising. I'm doing everything legit. I got QuickBooks. I mean, I'm gonna be paying taxes on this money, all that. I'm also gonna be deducting everything. So but it's fun. I mean, I love driving around and I'm meeting people in my community. They're introducing themselves to me. I'm doing shit that I have no idea how to do. I mean, it's not rocket science, fixing people's problems. I mean, watch a YouTube video, figure it out. I told the guy straight up, I'm like, hey, I'm not the best sheetrock guy. So I want you to know that. Like, I'm not a sheetrocker. I can do it, or drywall, whatever you call it, wherever you're from. But yeah, but it worked out great. I mean, my honesty, and he was like blown away that I told him that. He's like, almost like they wanted me to work for them more, because I guess so many people are fucking bullshitters out here. But it's sick. I mean, and look at the van, fully loaded down, work van, snow outside. If I had a pickup truck, shit would be filled with snow. All my material and tools would be wet. Best $2,000 vehicle I ever bought. So that's kind of what's going on. I think I'm going to do a video soon about how to start a handyman business. It's not thriving for me. I mean, these are 2 jobs I've had that are random from Google. I already feel like my work has run out because I haven't gotten a call. But I'm sure that's not the case. It's just really cool working for myself. I love it. This is part of me being more self-sufficient. I want to produce my own food. You know, we want to homeschool our kids when we have them. I want to be self-employed. I want to make my own rules. I want to be a free man. And being free means you're not commuting 4 hours to a job you fucking hate for a dickhead boss, doing shit with the wrong tools, risking your life for some mega corporation. And it's totally crazy. I had somebody ask me about a comment on Instagram. And they're like, how's the benefits package? You know, just poking fun because they don't know what my benefits are or whatever. I don't have any benefits. I'm a veteran, so I have free health care from the VA. But also, I mean, I'm walking away from a pension being a union guy. But who's to say that if I throw all my money, you know, max out my IRA, which is nothing, that's a small amount of money. It's only $6,000 a year, $6,500 a year. But on top of that, I could also be throwing down way more money in mutual funds or like the S&P 500. I mean, that thing's always going up. I could throw in $20,000 a year into the S&P 500 and get cashed out way fatter than my pension is. And we're assuming that my union will still be around by the time it's for me to retire. And retirement's a joke anyways. You're always working. Everybody's going to work until they're dead. If your idea of retirement, like, the hell's his name? I don't know. Some guy. I'm trying to think of it. I can visualize him. He's some Canadian fucking philosopher, basically. You know, he's like, if your idea of retirement is sitting around drinking martinis on a beach, collecting a pension, that's not retirement. That's death. What are you going to do? Drink fucking 20 martinis a day until you die? You're going to work. You're going to have a hobby. You're going to do something. So this will be my hobby. I mean, the only reason I want to be self-employed is to pay off our mortgage faster. Me being self-employed, I'm obviously going to make more money, even being a union pipe fitter, unless I'm working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, 1,000 miles from home. And that's not a life. But I got like $250,000 left on our mortgage. I bet I could pay that off in 5 years. No problem. My goal this year, I have, 300 something days left of the year, and I made $1,000 in the last 2 days. Anyways, I want to make $50,000 this year for my business. Next year, I want to make $100,000. But that's my goal. So take it easy, everybody. Hey, sell the shit you're not using, pay off your debts, buy some property, and go have fun. And become self-employed, because that's the real American dream. Unless you have some great job, but no jobs are great. Take it easy.